There are moments when you find yourself in a situation where you stop and notice how abandoned, dark, and uninviting some areas are. This was the exact problem we were faced with when Aalborg Kommune wanted us to transform an unused area in Sundby by the harbor. They asked us to deliver a concept on how to transform this insecure space underneath and around the bridge from being a non-space to have an identity and facilitate exciting experiences. Through interviewing, talking, and observation, we came to find that there were multiple issues with the space. The place is uninviting, dark, and is not a space to enjoy your leisure time at all. After our fieldwork, we organized and analyzed the data we had gathered from our interviews. By using post-its, we divided the feedback into 3 different groups called positive feedback, negative feedback, and neutral feedback. We summarized it in an infinity diagram, and we finally came to the conclusion that we had to focus on making this place attractive, exciting, and inviting to the local community. We agreed upon focusing on 4 general innovation tracks called attention, intuitivity and usability, needs and expectations, and finally community. However, after presenting our findings to a case partner, we focused on the innovation tracks called attention and community, as suggested by them after the presentation. Based on our findings in the field, we realized that some parts of the area already has a natural flow. However, the space underneath the bridge has minimal or no flow of people, but in the room next to the harbor, we have a community of fishermen that utilizes this space to fish. The space underneath the bridge is therefore used by the boat club for maintenance work and storage. We wanted to expand the space as well as engaging other stakeholders to interact with the area without asking them for too much, and pressure them into reacting in ways out of their comfort zone. Taking inspiration from similar successful projects in other big cities, we decided to create a customized, colorful path beginning from the top of the bridge that lead the stakeholders to the area underneath the bridge. Passing by the green area, you'll find yourself in front of a big mirror maze, which is followed by a seating area closer to the harbor front. Based on our interviews, we found that locals don't realize that the entire area is meant to be used by everyone and not just the fishermen. The first room features a maze made out of multiple mirrors, and the room also acts as an infinity room. The maze has 4 different exits, which allow the visitors to start and end the maze when coming from 2 different directions, giving them the opportunity to experience the surroundings on new terms. The maze has no ceiling, which makes it possible to look at the beautiful industrial construction underneath the bridge. In the room next to the mirror maze, we wanted to give the visitors the opportunity to stay and not simply stop and then leave. In order for the space to be desirable, we had to both isolate traffic noise and wind. To make the place cozier, we decided to arrange a seating area with walls that act as wind barriers to make the stay much more pleasant. Apart from that, we decided to let artists showcase artworks on the 2 walls, as well as on the pillars of the bridge, to make it more lively. And to make the room appealing to all sorts of visitors, we decided to put some wood swings to allow people to sit down and yet move at the same time. Across from this room, we imagined some big trees would do good, so the 2 rooms of the area are somewhat framed, because a greener environment naturally attracts people. We also decided to put LEDs on sculptures with some seating equipment at the harbor front. The lights will be turned on every evening during particular hours. This will help the visitors enjoy a vibrant environment with a beautiful view. And hopefully, the glowing sculptures will attract people on the other side of the bridge and provoke them to check it out on their own. Essentially, our concept is based on our findings in the field and observations of the stakeholders passing by the area. It was important to us that the concept was desirable and playful, as we wanted to surprise both locals and tourists passing by and make them aware of the new and exciting facilities. When visitors are not exploring the room that has the mirror maze, it functions as an art installation, which, due to the light and reflection of the mirrors, elevate the dull space underneath the bridge.